I had a weird experience. We'd smoker. Listening to Blink 182 lately. Have I Miss You on repeat after Stay Together for the Kids. Listening to it for a few days now. Go to dispensary to pick up. Get to register. They're playing Blink 182 I Miss You. Cashier asked me if I know this song. Pretend not to know. She keeps asking. It sounds like rock. Hey, and leave. What the B12, and get dropped off at a cousin's house so my parents can off to a honeymoon vacation. Tell them that those relatives give me a bad feeling. Get told not to talk about them and to behave or else. But they really do seem off. Get told to shut the up, and if I say anything else about them I'll get my beat sideways. Arrive, and after having dinner with cousin and his family, I nap on the couch. Cousin, who is around my age, shakes me awake. Hey Anon, wanna see something cool? What the Not really. It feels great, you gotta try this. Now I'm curious and follow him down the hallway. He creeps into his 6-year-old sister's room, crawls up onto her bed, and wakes her up. He tells her not to whine, and pulls his out. He tugs it a bit, and while she's waking up and sighing, he puts it into her mouth. By this point, I'm floored and don't even know what to think. In roughly a minute of her sucking on him, he blows his load, and she lets out a gargling whine. Ha ha, you try Anon. I tell him that ain't for me, and march off back to the couch. He follows me and begs me to try it. Tell him no again and try to sleep. When my parents come to pick me up, I get in the car and my parents ask how'd it go. Tell them it was horrible and my cousin is a monster and a bad person. What did I tell you, Anon? What? My dad pulls the car over, marches to the back and beats my cousin put his in his sister's mouth. I screamed as my was getting publicly tanned. Yeah, don't make up to get out of this. 7 years later, the cat was let out of the bag and everyone refuses to acknowledge I tried to tell them years ago. All my parents say is wow, we kinda knew they were off. Get so mad I moved and cut contact with my entire family for 2 years. Be me. Laying in bed, at night time, asleep, next to boyfriend who is asleep, WTF, and it's a weekday, and he has work in a few hours. Play Candy Crush with screen brightness up 100% and volume up high. He doesn't read my signals. Punch him in the back then quickly pretend I'm asleep. He grunts then goes back to sleep. Next day, 3 black guys in an alleyway. He made me do this. Be woman. Boyfriend wears a purple shirt. Immediately get the ick and I'm no longer attracted to him. Make the relationship as bad as possible so he breaks up with me. It's been 3 months and he's still trying to make it work instead of breaking up with me. I hate men, why can't they just take a hint? Befriend chick at uni because we have class together. Hang out pretty often and share a friend group. Year ends and don't see her again. Royally her off because she thought I was interested when I was not. Makes me out to be a who leads women on. Not gonna lie, half the reason I was friends with her was to double check my work against hers. Be me. Somehow learned to lucid dream a few years ago. Last night I decided to make a lucid dream because I haven't had one in a while. Go to sleep. Dream starts with me and my best friend going to a local market. I bought a giant pretzel while my friend has bought a bag of muffins. We got out of the market and while going down the sidewalk, we see a hobo sitting on one of the few steps of the sidewalk. He begs us to give him some of our food. While I refuse to give him any pieces of my pretzel, the friend of mine actually gives him some muffins. I keep going down and then for some reason, I open the door of a building I don't recognize. I try call my friend to come and see what's inside that building. No response. Immediately recognize I'm dreaming as things get a little weirder, so I try a reality check and get the confirm that I'm dreaming. Lol cool, let's see what's actually inside this room. I turn on the lights and see a big room full of beds and bags. I try to focus more by breathing more slowly, so that the dream doesn't fade out. As I stabilize my dream control, I focus on the details of the environment that surrounds me. I notice a flickering wristwatch on one of the many beds. Lol, my dream is glitching like in Ubisoft game. As I say that, the room got suddenly more darker. Lol, what now? Am I gonna dream monsters after that? Lol. One of the doors of the room opens up and actually see a sort of monster coming out. Oh, .jpg. Immediately get sleep paralysis and can't move. Oh, times 2.jpg. The monster is now running towards me. Despite being scared as I suddenly remember that I'm actually lucid dreaming. As the monster approaches me, I immediately give them some boobs. Monster now looks funny and ridiculous and I start laughing at them. Laugh so hard that I immediately wake up. My face when I trolled my sleep paralysis monster. You have reached the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more green texts like these.